Okay. This should work now, so... okay. Oh, fuck. I think I need to advertise. Go to data. Oh, wow, I get to see the records of who owned this cartridge previously. Guess they really liked Yoshi. Or, wait, what's that mean? No. Looks like they like Link the best. Huh. Alright, here's the first thing I want to do. No. Hello, Mario fan. Oh, what the hell? Hello, yeah, it's been a while since I did one of these. I don't know, I was busy with stuff. Let me get this in here. Jesus, none of us have live streamed like well over a couple of weeks. Oh my god, thank god. I mean, like, friggin' thank god we don't talk to Van Delia anymore, because he would have been bugging us about that. Sometimes we just got personal stuff to deal with. Star Wars Flight of the Falcon, aka one of the worst GBA games ever. Alright, how do I get out of this? What the hell? I'm trapped. Okay. I just reset the system. What happened? Guess I have to put the cartridge in better. Well, that was weird. Alright, cue me trying to get this cartridge to work for like a half hour. These fucking cords can get out of the way. Ay. Oh, there we go. Alright, don't go back into data. Alright. You know what? Let's play as Captain Falcon. Oh, come on. I am not used to using the actual N64 controller to play this game. Yes, I know Disney Plus is out, and yes, I've gotten to watch Kim Possible finally. Oh, come on! Oh, come on. Oh, there we go. Okay. Oh, wow. This feels weird because I don't think I've ever played Captain Falcon in the N64 game. How is Kim Possible? Well, better than I remember because I never watched it as a kid, really. Freaking if it wasn't a stupid comedy, freaking elementary school me didn't want to give it a chance. Not to say Kim Possible didn't have funny moments in it, but it's primarily action. Yeah, they are. Yeah, Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order I'm gonna be getting for Christmas. Oh, fail. Yeah, I think I'll be okay with Star Wars, but we'll see when it comes out. Okay. Untitled Goose Game? No. Oh, bye, Pikachu. Oh no. There we go. Oh, board the platforms. No, there are far more good licensed games than that. Come on. Are you correct for the most part? I mean, all those games are considered good or at least decent, but there's far more good licensed games than that. Wah, wah. Wait. Oh, come on. Get it. Why do I suck all of a sudden? Terry's already in Smash Ultimate, actually. I think the most recent thing that came into the new Smash Brothers is spirits from the Resident Evil games, which I got them all already. Up, bye. That was lucky. Personally, I'm hoping that at least one of the characters added is Dante from the Devil May Cry series. I mean, friggin', there was this point when all these fans speculating what another Capcom character could be that's not from Street Fighter. Everyone was pointing fingers at characters, all kinds of Capcom characters, but Dante. Like, they were pointing fingers at Resident Evil characters, Amaterasu from Okami, like Arthur from Ghosts and Goblins. When I just think Dante would be the best choice, because, I mean, I would say outside of, like, Resident Evil and Street Fighter and all that, Devil May Cry is, like, the most well-known Capcom franchise. Or one of them. Pokesaurus is in chat. Oh, come on! That was stupid. I've heard of it and I saw reviews of it, but never actually watched it. Pokesaurus, I'm okay. Oh, Pokesaurus, I need to ask you if you remember this. Did you know that it's basically the 1-year anniversary of the infamous "Oh, now you talk to me" incident? I wonder if you know what I'm talking about. Speaking of which, I might want to consider doing Mass Effect again at one point. Oh, what's with that Friday the 13th thing? Flying right over where I want to go. There. Yup, it's the anniversary of that moment. Like, literally, that was the moment where things should have come to an end. But somehow, they got repaired and lasted for 1 month where something happened again towards New Year's relating to the you-know-what. And then 1 month later, the incident with you-know-what game happened, and that's where it finally ended. Will Family Guy be good again? Eh, I can't say. Simpsons might be getting canceled soon. I saw something about that, but then the producers saying, "Oh no, it's not gonna be canceled, it's not gonna be canceled." I don't know, time will tell. I think you had to tell us, like, twice. Last year was the one time you told all of us, and then I think you mentioned it to me, like, when he did it in October last year. Maybe it was this next month, a year ago in December, but I'm not sure. And the thing is, do you remember when he came in my chat, like, back in September? Or no, it was October. Oh, 3 times. See, I wish I saved the one-sided friendship stream, because I completely forgot when it was made, exactly when it was made and what he said in it. I've saved some of his other videos, like his Return to Final Fantasy VII stream, where he threw a tantrum over me not inviting him to my Super Nintendo Classic stream. And then the Now You Talk to Me bit I saved the 4th of July thing. I saved a lot of stuff, but one-sided friendship thing, sadly, I didn't save. And the thing is, a few days before the Now You Talk to Me FU stream, he did another one, which I sadly did not save either. I have no idea if they're still on his channel but unlisted, or if he actually followed through with what we asked him to do and delete them. But yeah, when he came into my chat back in October, like, basically, we kind of had a talk about what happened, but I still told him he's better off sticking with his current community. Like, I don't know if I said it exactly as it is, but, like, even if he's improved for the better like he claims, like, who's to say he's just not gonna spiral back down to what happened last year, you know? It just happened one too many times. What's the coolest thing about Kim Possible? Kim Possible? But Pokesaurus, getting to your comment where you really wanted to avoid him at the time, well, here's the thing. Last September, it was just unfortunate. It's just unfortunately bad timing, where I was starting a job search. Brandon and Adam had their own things to worry about. Jesse was going back to school. Like, it was just a bad time where we just were not available for a lot of things. He ended up choosing to take it personal and he chose to think that we were rejecting him when that was not the case. Ironically, we did start to intentionally avoid him after he started doing those freakouts in October. So it was all his fault. I mean, I'm hoping when he came in my chat in September, he claimed that he regretted a lot of the stuff he did back then, but if he was genuine, well, still, there's the idea that he should have learned that sooner. And, it just happens so many times that we can't associate ourselves with him. You know? Because even if he did change for the better, like, it's too late now. Like, how do we know he's just not just gonna fall back into where he was? So, yeah. Anyways, to finally get away from that crap. Yes, I did see about the third SpongeBob movie. And I am, given that it's all CG, I am immediately biased towards it. Especially since the plot seems to be a ripoff of Where's Gary. And hey, Jesse's messaging me. Let's see. Oh no. Image of my... Jesse, you know what? Jesse, if you're watching this, I'm gonna say your Skype message. You're asking if you have a picture of me torso up. Well, I'm pretty sure I do, but I have to find it. And then Ryan Mann's quoting AVGN. Let's see. Torso up. Hang on. Come on, I've got to have something. God damn it. Do I really have to take a picture of myself right now? God damn it. Come on! Ugh. Alright. It's hard. Alright, so I sent Jesse a good image. It's hard to spend time with real-life friends because of their job and school. Well, apparently V-Man didn't recognize that. Or if he did recognize it, he recognized it too late. So, Pokestories, you're not gonna forget the moment I saw you in real life. I still have that picture you drew for me, which had me as Superman and Darkseid Phil as Darkseid. Alright, let's see what we got here. You know what? Now that we got people in the chat, I actually want to ask a question. So, I went to a couple of retro game stores yesterday. It's how I have my cartridge of Smash Brothers right now. It's also how I have a physical copy of Silent Hill. And yeah, Ryan, man, I said earlier the Resident Evil characters are spirits in Smash Brothers now. But, let's see. So, I got a bunch of stuff at the stores yesterday, because there was a lot of buy two, get two free, buy two, get one free, buy one, get one free on, like, certain systems. But, I have a confession to make. Because I pretty much never used it, and because it was because some of the stuff was partially defective, I actually traded in my Genesis collection. I gave away the Genesis, and I gave away all the games I had for it, which wasn't many, but simply put, I was not using them, and I figured, given that it was going to be real tough to sell them online to collectors, I just traded them in at the store, got some extra credit for them, made like $60, $70 off everything, which I think was fair. And yeah. The South Park game has too clunky of controls. Maybe I should try playing with my normal stick controller. Yeah, Mario, I remember you sharing about all the games you got on Black Friday. I did get some more things. I got, well, for one thing, I replaced my DVD set of Avatar: The Last Airbender. It just sold on eBay, like, about half hour ago. I'm probably going to have to pack it tomorrow and ship it out on Monday. Because one of Amazon's Black Friday deals was on the Blu-ray set of the series. So... And I also bought myself a copy of Paper Mario off eBay. Mainly because there was a copy at one of my game stores, but the copy was in pretty bad condition, and I just got the need to get one that was in good condition, so I got one for 50 bucks, which was the same price I could have got in store, which is a good thing. Pokesaurus, for what I sold the DVD set for, I basically got the Blu-ray set for free. And with the price the Blu-ray set was for Black Friday. But, yeah. Honestly, I mean, part of me feels bad for getting rid of my Genesis stuff. But at the same time, I think it was better to just give it away to the store and let them find better owners, as opposed to me that just basically would have let them sit and rot. Mainly because I guess I just underestimated how difficult many 16-bit games are. Like, seriously, they're the kind of games I'm better off playing on my Super Nintendo Classic and just abusing the hell out of save states. Or even just emulators on the PC. You're gonna pick up Medieval on PS4? Thought about that, but I haven't gotten it. What does the red shell do? It basically goes around the stage and, like, it doesn't go off the stage, it just loops around the stage, I think. Admittedly, there's not that... You know, I try to avoid buying games digitally on the eShop specifically to save space on my SD card. But... one of the only digital-only games I was thinking about was the Grandia collection. But at the same time, I have the first game on PSN, and the second game I have a physical copy on Dreamcast. So I'm thinking, why do I need it on Switch other than... Up, dead. Yeah, I guess Wario is now a Mario brother now. Luigi is a traitor to the Mario Brother name. He lets a fake like Wario take over. Oh, Mario, you did the same thing to your Wii U collection. You know, it's ironic. At the stores I was visiting, there was a rush of people trying to buy a used Wii U because they were basically able to get it for like $60 because of like a 30% off system sale. And, they were looking to get the Wii U specifically because they wanted to mod it to play GameCube games. And meanwhile, you have me. I'll admit, I had serious thoughts of buying a Sega Saturn that was on display at one of the stores, since it would have been $70 with the deal. Or at least I think it would have been around $70. But then I decided against it only because building a collection for the Saturn, my god. Like, people think NES and Super Nintendo collecting is bad, like, try Saturn. Well, Super Nintendo and Genesis collecting, that is. But no, seriously, the Saturn, it has, like, pretty much, as an indicator of how rare the games on the Saturn are, whenever I go to the game stores, 9 times out of 10, the only Saturn games that are in stock are sports games. And, like, very, very rarely, I'll go in, they'll have, like, one good Saturn game, but it's one of those games that's locked away in the display case that has, like, the $100 games in it. So in all honesty, if I was to get a Saturn, I would either A, have to import games from Japan, or B, mod the Saturn in order to, like, play games off of, like, some kind of hub. Like, one channel I watched, Retro Gaming Arts, managed to do just that with his Saturn, where he was basically able to, like, boot up games, like, from some kind of storage device. But I have no idea how to do that. And I'm like figuring, why invest in a Saturn when, number one, there's not that many Saturn games I have interest in. And the ones that I do have interest in, I could just try playing on SSF. That being said, I might actually consider getting the Retrobit Saturn controller that was made for the Genesis Mini. So that way I could be a bit more authentic. I have Wheel of Fortune and Jeopardy on the PS1. I'll wait for it. That's the Mario doing the Shrek. Lava bouncing off and grabbing his ass. What did you say in the Discord? Hang on. The Genesis Mini is way better than the PlayStation Classic. I did not buy the PlayStation Classic because the Super Nintendo Classic can play PS1 games not only good, but at one point, I mean, I think modding may have made the PS1 Classic better, but when it first released, the Super Nintendo Classic could do PS1 games better than the PS1 Classic. Really think about it. Oh my god. And I don't know if I'd get the Genesis Mini, only because I can play Genesis games on my Super Nintendo Classic. I might consider the Genesis Mini if it was made a bit more moddable. Like, I know it's been modded, but like not to the full extent of the Super Nintendo Classic. But yeah, if I wanted to play Genesis, Sega CD, and 32X games more authentically, I could consider a Genesis Mini, but it'd have to be more modded first. And yeah, I know that And see, part of the reason I said that importing Saturn games was pretty much one of the only options was because, well, simply put, the Saturn got much more support over in Japan. So, Japanese copies of games are infinitely cheaper compared to their American counterparts. But yeah, from what I heard, the Genesis Mini, like, there's already a modding community for it, but they haven't fully figured it out yet. Oh yeah, Pokesource about your computer being broken. Oh, the @Games Genesis, but wasn't that one like a shoddy, like, reconstruction of the actual Genesis meant to play real cartridges? You know, that's another reason I sold my Genesis, just because there was barely any games I wanted to buy for it. Because, I mean, no disrespect to the Genesis, but a lot of multi-platform games at the time, they were just better on Super Nintendo. How did your computer get broken? I mean, yeah, there were plenty of bad games on the Super Nintendo and Genesis. But I'm still happy that I guess I can still say that I'm proud that I beat Toy Story on the Genesis on real hardware. Because yeah, my Toy Story Let's Play was done with with the Genesis I owned, plus an actual copy of Toy Story I had. In fact, I did consider at one point selling the games I had for the Genesis, but Toy Story was one game that I knew I had to trade in, only because it was probably the most beaten up condition out of all the cartridges I had. And I figured I should have just kept all the cartridges together in the spirit of Toy Story 3 and not the spirit of Toy Story 4. Yeah, there were some multi-platform games better on Genesis, like... yeah, I mean, I know for a fact Mortal Kombat was better on Genesis. Oh, come on. Come on! And I know that the one hardware spec that the Genesis had an advantage in compared to the Super Nintendo is that it was able to run faster. I mean, that's why like it was able to move at faster speed. That's why they were always pushing blast processing in the advertisements. Oh god, that sounds like a violent way for the computer to die. And I know that in some extreme cases you would get a completely different game. Multi-platform games would be a completely different game between the Super Nintendo and the Genesis, like Aladdin. So yeah, the Genesis had its advantages and disadvantages over the Super Nintendo, but I don't know, it just felt like there weren't that many games I wanted for it. And yes, Aladdin and Lion King got a modern re-release. In fact, it's kind of good to know Aladdin and Lion King got a modern re-release, especially since it's the original Lion King getting spotlight, not the stupid live-action one. There, suicide. You basically went DSP on it. And yeah, Mario, they could have did more re-releases of 16-bit Disney games. Like, there's Jungle Book. There was Toy Story, of course. Oh, the reason why you really broke it. Damn. The best thing to come out... I just realized they may have picked those games specifically just because their live-action remakes came out this year. And yes, I know about Pokemon Sword and Shield, but I'm not that interested in it. Alright, bitch slap. Oh, yay. Master Hand should be playable in some spirit challenges. Oh. I really want to say something about the World of Light story mode, but I don't want to risk spoilers for anybody who hasn't beaten it. Then again, there's the honor system of the fact that the game's been out for almost a year at this point. Very easy in World of Light. Well, I'm happy to say I beat it on easy. You know what's funny? Because there was an ad for the Pocahontas Genesis game on the VHS tape that I had as a kid, my sister actually asked for it for Christmas one year when it was long out of print and we didn't even have a Genesis. Come on! How are you supposed to beat this? Come on, get it. Oh, hey, I got it. Cuphead could become in the Smash Brothers. Wow. But whoever owned this cartridge clearly has been able to get all the time, so let's hope the save battery doesn't die anytime soon. I'm wondering, what other N64 games do I have? So I can keep playing N64. Aw, you gave away your N64 because you barely use it? You barely used it? Alright, hang on, I'll be back. Okay. I'm gonna switch controllers I use. No, I haven't heard of that GBA game. Come on. Where is it? Here it is. What's up? Huh. Got me my other N64 controller out. Just because it has a more authentic stick. And that game works. Oh god, my image is on the Discord now. What the hell? Oh my god. And baby. Wow. Let's see. Jesus, the game's lagging. You were sick? Jesse, if you want, you can come into a Skype call, but if you don't want to, if you're still sick, that's okay. Let's see. That time of year where everybody's gonna get sick. Surprised I'm not sick. Wow, failure. For some reason this stick feels weird. I got lucky. Oh, come on. On the GameCube? Is it sad to say that I own all 5 ports of this game? Like, is it sad to say that I own all 5 versions of this game? The PS1 version, this here's the N64 version. There's the Dreamcast version. And And then there's also the PS2 and GameCube versions, all of which have their own differences. And apparently, Mario, you found my channel because of me playing Arthur Ready to Race. Oh, God. Die. Yep, they have a ripoff of getting 3 Aku Aku masks. Brandon Pogo Duck is a Crash ripoff. That's not bad. What's not bad? Okay. Oh, you wanted to get CTR on Switch? Yeah, I did, and I'll just stick with the PS4 version. I break the PS4 next. Ha 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 ha. Alright. Redneck mode activate. Plain Rock 124. Who's that? I don't know who that is. What the hell? Alright, redneck mode activate. Tech destruction on YouTube. Yeah, I don't destroy things. CTR on Switch destroys the battery. Oh no. By the way, the weird frame rate you're seeing is how the game actually looks on my screen. Typical of N64, of not all N64 games, but some of them. One of the kids. Yeah, Mario fan, that's what this game is. It's the N64 version. Fun fact, the N64, Dreamcast, and PS1 versions of this game ran off of a modified Rayman 2 engine. Huh. So you mainly play Switch for online games? Oh, come on! Yay. Alright, now I need to make sure the game is saved. The hell? What's the story of this game? Basically, Daisy gets captured by an evil wizard and Donald has to go quote-unquote go quackers to save Daisy. Alright, I'm gonna save the game. Oh wow, I'm already 10% through. Okay, so that's enough of Donald Bastard over here. Alright, so what other games do I got? I got Turok 3, got Mario 64, Indiana Jones, Spider-Man, Doom, Quake, Turok 1, Mickey Speedway, Star Wars Shadows of the Empire, DK64, Turok 2, Rainbow Six, and freaking bunch of games in the back. You can't believe Scooby-Doo and the Cyber Chase made the greatest hits. Neither can Brasa 455. You know, let's stick a red cartridge in my N64. And then with my green controller, I think I'll be fine. Oh, great. Is this one of those cartridges I have to jiggle around? Wait. There we go. Can you request a game? Sure, why not? What is it? What's my favorite Scooby-Doo movie? It has to be either Zombie Island or Witch's Ghost.
What do we have here?
You want me to do Mickey Speedway USA? Alright, maybe after some Spider-Man. Oh, apparently I don't have the correct controller pack in. Oops. Here's another controller pack I have. It might have Spider-Man data on it. What? Damaged? What's going on here? Yeah! Yes, Mario, I know you're a fan of 16-bit. Alright. The hell? Wait, is there no sound? What happened to the sound? What the hell? Mario, did you ever get a SNES Classic? Alright, I guess I have to play a level without sound then. For some weird reason. Wait, you were playing Spider-Man? You mean the PS4 game? I have no idea why there's no sound. And wait, you got CTR because of getting 100% on a spelling test? Funny considering that my dad once held a copy of Mario Galaxy 2 hostage, and by me getting a good grade on an 8th grade math test. Oh, you didn't get to buy a Super Nintendo Classic? It's funny, I got one around the time they were about to discontinue it, only because... Funny thing is, I got it when I was still... I actually got it before I started working, but, like, I just really wanted to get one. Alright, where's this last generator? So there's still no sound. This is one of the strangest things I've ever seen. I don't know if this is a glitch or if there's a wrong setting. Jeez, how'd I not get burned? Oh. Puppet fighter. Alright, let's see. I'll use the save file name I used as a kid. Controller pack error. Oh, God. Yeah, why is there problems with the controller pack? Huh. Probably just gonna pull out the other controller I have, because this one's weird. It just feels weird to use the stick, the actual stick. That I don't want to break the actual stick. I found where my third controller pack is. You know what, out of curiosity, I want to find out what the sound problem was. With Spider-Man. Before I go on to Mickey Speedway USA. Because this cartridge is just acting weird. Okay, I got the game working.
Welcome.
Alright, now the sound works. You know, I'm gonna try something. Alright, so I took out my controller pack that's in the gray controller, and I want to see something. Yeah, I guess this controller pack's just damaged. Huh. God damn it. I'm about to find out if this controller pack works or doesn't. Well, I nearly fell to my death right there.
Spider sense tingling. Something's going on here.
Yeah, this GameCube style stick is much better. It has a much better feeling for me. The only problem is that it's a little too sensitive. And of course it keeps going to no signal.
I bet I can get into the bank through the top of this building. Cat was right. It's the Jade Syndicate. Hey! That's the last one. Hope he's still all right.
We're gonna find out if this cartridge is corrupt or not. Oh. Okay. Now let's reset.
Deposit.
I guess I could try the cartridge some more in other games. Alright. So out with Spider-Man, and now we're going to try Mickey's Speedway. I can find where I put it. There it is. Wow. Wow. I owned this on the Game Boy Color as a kid, and I royally sucked at it. Alright, come on, we need to play as Mickey so that way Brandon can start acting like foul-mouthed Mickey. And yes, I am an amateur. I mean, this is made by Rare, the developer of Diddy Kong Racing. I'll tell you this much, it's games like this that prove Disney does not have the same charm they once had. And I will say this game is infinitely preferable to Walt Disney Fuck Quest. You just wish Kirby made a guest appearance? Huh. Yeah, of course it's gonna have good voice acting. Maybe it's too easy on amateur. You miss Disney games that were good? Me too. Like, I'd say Disney themselves, they just don't really have as much of the charm as they used to have. Wait, yeah, I think on one of the GameCube SSX games, they had Mario, Luigi, and Peach as guest characters. I think there was also a snowboarding game on the PS1 that had Leon and Claire from RE2. Yeah, I did have to bring it up, and how this game on the N64 is infinitely preferable to that other game on the Dreamcast and PS1. I still just do not get why people like that game. Also, same thing with Terminator 3 The Redemption. I found out that game is actually pretty well liked. Like, even if you look past Terminator 3 The Redemption's severe difficulty, at least it was severely difficult for me, when you look past it, all you're doing, like, freaking the turret sections are nothing but bullet sponge enemies that do the exact same crap. And really, it's not even really a game, it's more so action set pieces. Like, it feels like it should have been a Time Crisis arcade game. And yet, freaking Time Crisis is actually good. Terminator 3 The Redemption is not. Not to me, anyway. I mean, at least there were some people that did not like Terminator 3 The Redemption. Like, they were kind of few and far in between, but I found a couple of them that didn't like the game. Then, Walt Disney freaking Fuck Quest, I could not find one person who disliked the game. Yeah, Disney's been having an issue with the quality of their movies recently. Then again, you have me, who's probably not going to be going back to the movie theater anytime soon. I did have the pleasure of seeing The Irishman in theaters during its, like, very brief theatrical run where I live. Yeah, Pokesaurus, go on ahead. I might only go for about another hour or two. Okay. New Mexico. Hey, Jesse should find this familiar. Yeah, that's right about Walt Disney Fuck Quest. You know, back when I was making that freaking shnick timeline, I made it to where Walt Disney freaking Fuck Quest was in the Universe 2 timeline. Freaking, I made it to where basically Jiminy Cricket was overcome by the darkness of the freaking Heartless from KH, and that's why he sprouted his freaking creepy-ass teeth that he has in the CG cutscenes. And I made it to where basically he becomes one of Shrek number 2's various accomplices, and one of his methods of freaking spreading darkness across the world is that freaking he lures freaking children of many different worlds, including Disney Town. Well, no, he starts with Disney Town. He lures all the children from Disney Town to freaking Walt Disney World under the guise of a contest for a fireworks machine. But freaking, because of the rage-inducing races in the contest, that just makes all the kids give in to anger and hate, and it causes a supreme heartless invasion that destroys freaking Disney Town. And you prefer South Park Rally? Huh. I don't think I have South Park Rally. I have freaking Chef's Love Shack and the freaking FPS game, but I don't have South Park Rally. I don't know if maybe I should think about it. Maybe for PS1, Dreamcast, or N64. Even though all the old South Park games aren't that great, freaking. Huh. I mean, I have the FPS game on the PS1 and Chef's Love Shack on the Dreamcast. So I don't know if I should get Rally on the PS1 or just get it on Dreamcast. How's my RPG going? I am still waiting for Mario Tube 101 to finish it. You would go to the Dreamcast? I mean, I probably would too. Only because I'd like to get games for my Dreamcast. I mean, hell, I could play it on my Dreamcast, maybe in like an hour or so if I can if I can get it on a CDR, but nah, I don't want to do that. I should get a real copy. Because that's a fun fact about the Dreamcast. If you were to burn a Dreamcast ROM onto a CDR, it would work. Like, you don't even have to mod your Dreamcast. It would just work. I've only seen a handful of episodes of Kim Possible so far. In fact, one little complaint I have with the Crappy Games Wiki's page on the Dreamcast def is that it claims that this piracy that was basically easily possible in the Dreamcast was a main reason why the Dreamcast died. And I actually dug into the issue a little bit. From what I understand, in actuality, this burning Dreamcast ROMs on the CDRs thing actually had very little to do with the Dreamcast death. Like, that's a little bit surprising to hear about, but yeah, like, surprisingly, it had very little to do with the Dreamcast death. And the main reason for that was simply because of the internet that was available at the time. That was, when the Dreamcast was out, I mean, the internet was available, but that was back when most people didn't even have wireless. Like, I don't even know if wireless existed back then. Most people had, like, dial-up or, like, modems or something like that. And the internet speeds you would have gotten back then, they were just far too slow for people to download a single Dreamcast ROM in most cases. Not to mention the fact that I don't even know how many people had CD burners back then. So, really, when you think about it, burning CDRs, I personally don't think would have made that much of an impact on the decline of Dreamcast game sales. Like, really, it was just more so the fact that most third-party developers were, like, not very supportive of the Dreamcast, mainly because of Sega's past mistakes. The PS2 had a lot more hype around it, and freaking people wanted to buy the PS2 instead of a Dreamcast, and then, like, the GameCube and Xbox coming out just sealed its fate. Like, those were just the bigger factors in why the Dreamcast died. I'm about to freaking go over the edge. What's next for the RPG? Well, sooner or later I'm gonna have to make the sequel. Really, I'm waiting for Adam to finish the game. And let's just say, the reason why I'm waiting for Adam to finish the game, let's just say, without giving much away, it's for story reasons. Now that I think about it. I mean, I'm also busy with quite a few stuff, but I'm about to get Christmas vacation real soon, so maybe I could focus on it a little bit. Around 2002 was when broadband was taking off. Well, 2002, the Dreamcast was already dead. Like, the Dreamcast was discontinued, like, at, like, the end of 2000, or, like, no, not the end of 2000. Like, I think it was discontinued around the beginning of 2001. And really, the only reason why there were constant Dreamcast releases throughout 2001 was simply because Sega was committed to going forth with all the Dreamcast games that were too far in development to scrap. But then a bunch of other games like House of the Dead 3, at least I think House of the Dead 3, Shenmue 2, Headhunter, they were being repurposed into like PS2, GameCube, and Xbox games. And yeah, Walt Disney Fuck Quest is not on the N64. We got this game instead. So yeah, Mario, what you're saying is correct. Really, when you think about it, the downloading and burning of Dreamcast ROMs, it had very little to do with the Dreamcast death, simply because people didn't have the technology back then. Well, most people didn't. Honestly, sometimes I wonder if I should make an account on the Crappy Games Wiki and just freaking debate some of the information that's in the pages. Like, for instance, I still do not get why the Shrek on Xbox page claims that the GameCube dungeon in Shrek Extra Large is a glitch, when the exact same fucking thing happens in the Xbox version, just that it's a generic hell dungeon. I don't know, like, freaking... At the same time, I keep reading the Crappy Games Wiki because I guess I'm freaking cringeworthy style flattered that I have my own category on the wiki. Oh, apparently I beat intermediate. What the hell? So the only one I didn't beat intermediate was here. Well, I think I want to play another game. Well, yeah, like, I can see how people were downloading music back then, because music files are not that big, you know? So yeah, CD burners existed back then, but... I'm fairly certain CD burners existed back then, but... From what I understand, like, freaking... Lots of Dreamcast games were at least 300 megabytes or more. How exactly were people going to have a fast enough download speed to download that whole thing? And that's not just me saying it. Lots of message... Like, I think the GameFAQs the Dreamcast message board on GameFAQs poses the exact same argument. What? You're actually gonna make a freaking page for Walt Disney World Quest on the Crappy Games wiki? Oh, God. And while you're at it, you should tell them to make a games played by Shnick 1990 on there and expand it from games reviewed by Shnick 1990. I'm just kidding. Then again, you're free to make the choice. Let's see. I know Dark Lord Jado made his own page, his own account on there. Alright, what do we got here? Where's my... Oh, here's my Mario 64. And I have to show that. In a CD bookcase. Oh, God. And then we have Mario 64, one of my N64 games that works without problems. Like, I don't have to jiggle the cartridge or anything. How was Mickey's Speedway? I'd say pretty good. French fry grease and broken sticks. I could see that. Alright, where can I go to get a star or two? Maybe Jolly Roger Bay. Oh, red coins. Have I seen the Looney Tunes show? Barely any. Let's see. Oh God, I actually made it. Ow. What? I got this one? Or wait. Why is Flight of the Falcon so bad? Just because it... Pretty much just because it did something the GBA was physically incapable of doing. A 3D game. Get up there, Mario! You know, I forgot to mention Mario 64 is one of those games where early versions of it fascinate me. Only because of the Japanese version having slightly different sound effects and quirks. Alright, Mario, you don't want to go in, then don't. Oh yeah, I know that Eidos was behind Walt Disney Fuck Quest. And the developer was also Crystal Dynamics, best known for the modern Tomb Raider games. What's funny is that that was not the only Disney game that Eidos and Crystal Dynamics made. They also made a game based on 102 Dalmatians. And here's the funny part. I actually think 102 Dalmatians is decent. In fact, part of the reason I knew about Walt Disney Fuck Quest was because it was advertised on the back of the manual for 102 Dalmatians. And yeah, it's not the Dalmatians by the Code Monkeys. God damn it. Alright, at least there's no coin up there. You would rather play Tomb Raider Angel of Darkness! I think me too. I think I'd rather play freaking Sonic 06. Well, maybe I don't know if I'd go that far, because I haven't gotten too far into that game. I remember at one point, freaking, when I was playing Shrek Race Mode, I threatened to pull that game out. Oddly enough, I think it was because of a Vandalia comment. Where I think for whatever reason he claimed, for whatever reason, freaking, he brought up the freaking bestiality romance that freaking Sonic had with the princess in that game, and freaking, I respond, like freaking, I had just finished playing Race Mode in Shrek. I was like, oh, you want me to pull that game out? I will pull that game out. to go to the surface. Then again, I heard there was like a fan-made remake of sorts of Sonic 06 that tried to fix all of its issues, and I think it's actually not supposed to be that bad. Then again, I have no idea how to play it. I don't even know if my computer could even run it. Probably could, but you'd rather play big motherfucking rigs? I mean, at least Big Rigs is funny. And I have to show that. Okay. Oh my god. I have to find this last red coin. Oh no. Konami made the shitty Saw games. I have those games too. Where's the fucking red coin? Mystery Science Theater 3000. I've seen the Monos the Hands of Fate one. And I think that was it. Even then, it was a long time ago. What the hell? Where's this last coin? Oh, don't let the eel destroy you. Oh, wait. There it is. Now it's on the ship. I think anyone would want to play Devil May Cry 2 over those two games. Because, I mean, when you think about it, Devil May Cry 2 is not exactly a bad game. It's just kind of a bad Devil May Cry game. Like, I actually never finished Devil May Cry 2, but from what I understand, they get Dante's character wrong. It's overall the least interesting game in the series, and not to mention the difficulty was heavily toned down for the wrong reasons. Oh wait, let's go back in there. Huh. Yeah, I know about the Disney movie. I actually had the displeasure of watching it in theaters. I mean, I personally didn't like it all that much. At the same time, kind of wish it wasn't like that, because it's more or less marked the death of 2D animation for Disney, aside from, like, the couple of movies they do, like, at the turn of the decade. Yeah, Lucy, like, it's funny, Lucia was so generic that she was like one of the only characters to not reappear in Devil May Cry 5. Even though apparently she did make a reappearance in a tie-in comic or like story. And like in Devil May Cry 5, like I think the only reference made to Devil May Cry 2 was that, like, in a map in Dante's shop, had, like, the location of Devil May Cry 2 pinned on it. And yeah, this stream is gonna freaking roast that game. Fucking, we're, like, the only people on the face of the earth that don't like it. And the funny thing with Devil May Cry 5, getting back to that, is they even reference the anime. Like, several characters that were only in the anime make a reappearance. Come on! Yeah, we're not gonna make it. Ah. Oh, you still remember the story I told from when my sister got the Home on the Range DVD? Yeah, we're not gonna get it this time. You know, kill the Goombas here. Get the fuck out of here. Mario, would you like me to retell the story, or would you like to tell it yourself? Alright, well, probably the first thing we should do is orient the camera. There. Come on. I missed! God. I would have got it if I didn't jump too late. Alright, the Goombas are still dead, thank God. And now my stick is... Some Kim Possible episodes I've seen. Well, I saw the first episode, like, it starts with, like, Kim crushing on this one boy, but then I actually forgot what happened. Damn it. I know one episode had Senior. Oh, thank God. Tell it? Oh, you want me to tell it, huh? Okay, freaking... So, every weekend or so, or like maybe once a month, my gram or my mom would always take me and my sister to a shopping mall that was like a half hour away from home. And we'd always make our last stop at the Disney store that they had in the mall. Sadly, that mall does not have the Disney store anymore. And so what happened is, I'm just going through a couple of games I could pull out. I missed. And yeah, Isaac Clarke was in PlayStation All-Stars just to promote Dead Space 3. Just like how DMC Dante was promoting DMC, Heihachi was promoting Tekken Tag Tournament 2, Raiden was promoting Metal Gear Rising, and Big Daddy was promoting Bioshock Infinite. Alright. Frickin'... Maybe I could try Turok 3. Oh, that's going to be a nightmare now. Alright, well anyways, to continue the story real quick. So we go to the Disney store, and this was around the time Home on the Range was released on DVD. And freaking, normally if I was a good boy during our Disney store visits and all that, sometimes my mom and dad would let me buy a toy or my gram would let me buy a toy from the Disney store. My sister, so in this case, there was a Captain Hook toy I really wanted to get, because I think I was being Captain Hook for Halloween that year. Either that or I already was. And so I got the Captain Hook toy. My sister, freaking, as always, like both of us, freaking, well, I didn't really like the movie all that much. I thought it was too cutesy by then. My sister, on the other hand, loved it. So she picks up a DVD copy of the movie, and freaking, so we go to the register to pay for them. My sister is first, and there's this old lady running the counter. She's like, oh, you remember that fucking story too. By the way, I still have those Incredibles action figures, except Elastigirl's missing one of her arms. So, yeah, sorry about the PlayStation All-Stars thing. It looks like you're a bit delayed on the chat, but that's okay. So, anyways, here's the damn story. The lady smiles at my sister, and she's like, "Oh, you got Home on the Range. You got Home on the Range. You know, as a special bonus, you get to pick one of the characters from the movie to take home with you." And of course, my sister chose the horse, who was the comic relief character. That she liked horses. And then, of course, she's like, "Oh, I hope you enjoy them. Bye." And then I come up with my freaking Captain Hook toy, and she looks at me, she gives me a bit more of a, I don't want to say disgusted look, but a surprised look. And she looks at me, and she's like, "And this is yours?" And I'm like, and if I recall correctly, I had a big smile on my face trying to get the same attention. I was like, "Yep." And freaking, she still keeps that freaking funny look on her face, rings it up. Whoever was pays for it, and then we go home. Okay. Now let's see if I can get Turok 3 working. It's a damn shame Turok 3 didn't have a PC release, because that's prevented it from getting a modern re-release that could properly update it with better controls and everything. And Turok 3 is going to be a huge bitch to get working, isn't it? some reason this cartridge is being weird. What the hell? Did I almost get it? Hey, I did it. I'm just hoping I have the right controller pack in. Alright, let's see. You know what? I think I just realized that the save might actually be lost now. That's okay. Maybe I could just do another one, new game. Okay. Oh, I missed.
I'll go. I owe that much to Josh.
Very well. Know this, Josiah Seed. Once the mantle has been passed, with every day you live, also will you die. You cannot go back.
Great. I love a job with purpose.
Jeez, this game could have easily been a PS2 game. Just with higher quality textures.
There's the breach across the street. I need to get there.
Turok Evolution's a bit of a shitty game as well. Mainly because of the stupid flight mission. Kirby and the Stick of Truth. Okay. Oh, pistol clip, huh? Uh, oh my god, turning off look spring makes it so much better. Let me see if there's a way to turn down the sensitivity. Alright, let's see. Oh, there is. Let's try 15 miles. Oh my god, this is actually amazing. Coach possible? Okay. You know, I might have to keep this game in my N64 so that way I don't have to struggle getting it to work again, and I can actually play it. Alright, so where do I go? Do I go nowhere or do I go nowhere? Yeah, there's a lot of Mario 64 mods. Yeah, 32X Doom sucks. Oh, wait. There's the key. Alright, I think I have to do another thing to the controls.
Don't hurt me.
It's okay. Listen, can you show me how to get out of here?
Follow me.
Wondering if this... I don't think the game is too loud, so I think it'll be okay.
It's right up here. Hurry, we can get up to the street.
Oh, wow. Don't Kim and Ron hook up in the later episodes, though? Or am I mistaken? Oh, pistol. There we go. Oops.
Return to your home. Return to your home.
Wow, it's even stained with friggin' green blood. Sort of, huh? Uh-oh. Well, I gotta say, frickin' Turok 3 is really surprising me with how frickin' advanced it is for an N64 game. If only I was good... If only I was better at doing positive reviews, then I would probably make a positive review of it right now. Oh, made it.
Cool. Night vision goggles.
Night vision goggles. Oh. Oh god. Alright. You know what? I think I might actually call quits for today. And it looks like the controller pack's okay, because it still has the Spider-Man save on there. Alright, I think, I'm gonna call quits for today, so I'll see everybody later. Bye-bye.